Hello, world. Warmest welcome to the 43rd episode of Inspiring Millions Show. This is the show where we celebrate brilliant minds from around the world who share with us their story, one story at a time. Ready to learn more about film, TV, and media? Today, our featured guest is Dr. Sandeep Marwah, founder of Noida Film City, Marwah Studios, and Asian Academy of Film and Television. He will share his inspiring story with us in a short while. Thank you for joining us live or on replay. I'm Viva Andrade O'Flynn, your host and Global Media Relations of World Humanitarian Drive. World Humanitarian Drive, also known as WHD, is an international NGO founded in Croydon, UK by British Indian global peace activist, entrepreneur, writer, Dr. Abdul Basit Saeed. The primary vision of WHD is to promote peace, education, and trade harmony initiatives globally among everyone across the world, regardless of race, gender, religion, or nationality, living as one family. WHD is striving for humanity. This Inspiring Millions Show is your show. As always, we encourage you to engage and interact with us. Please help us spread inspiration to the world by sharing this link. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comment section also. And Dr. Sandeep Marwah, and also if you have greetings or comments, just put them on the chat box. We would love to read them later on in the show. Let us also know where you are watching this. Wherever you are in the world, let us keep you company and brighten your day as we share peace, love, and goodwill. November is Men's Health Awareness Month and World Communications Month. Today's featured guest here in Inspiring Millions Show is well attuned to men's health awareness and communications as he is in media and entertainment industry. Dr. Sandeep Marwah is a well-known international media person with 7 world records to his credit. He is the founder of Noida Film City, Marwah Studios, and Asian Academy of Film and Television, now one of the 10 best film schools of the world. Dr. Sandeep Marwah is associated with large number of television programs, feature films, and training films. He is a producer of largest number of short films in the world. He has trained more than 19,000 media professionals hailing from 145 countries of the world. He is the recipient of large number of national and international awards. He has been heading more than 100 national and international media and social organizations. He has been titled as Global Cultural Minister. He is also the president of International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry. He is now the Chancellor of AAFT University of Media and Arts and has been appointed as the Chief Scout for India. Let's get to know an icon of India and a renowned international media personality, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. Namaste.
Namaste. Good evening. How are you, Viva?
I'm good, thank you. Dhanyavad, welcome, and thank you for being here with us here today. So how are you today, Dr. Sandeep Marwah?
I'm absolutely fine, very excited, and I'm feeling so happy to be with you on this beautiful, well-designed program.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. So let's get started. You're a man with many talents and achievements. You've done so much to get you to where you are right now. So could you please give us a backstory? What do you consider the most important highlights of your life that led you to be the multi-talented, multi-skilled person you are today?
Thank you very much for the wonderful adjectives you've been using. I'm thrilled. I'm humbled, I must say that. Well, I think the story goes back as to my school. I've been one of the very popular students of the school, been involved in large number of cultural activities. I was also good in my education, by the way, and I probably left no club, no society in my school, and then later in my college where I was not the participant or not the president. And that's how I got into limelight. I learned the ways and means of organizing programs. I got elected as a Supreme Counselor in Delhi University. uh, completed my BCom honors, my master's in commerce, marketing management, administrative law, taxation, MBA, and so on. I have always given emphasis to education, and I loved learning more and more since my childhood. And I personally feel that it's very important to have a very decent, quiet, and a very educative kind of environment at home. And you must respect your culture and the culture of other people to really learn more in life. Education, learning in classroom is one very important thing, which is called chalk and talk. But then the other things really makes you a better person, a better human being. An all-round personality can be developed only through the extracurricular activities. And I think I've been very lucky to have one of the finest school. I'm a student of Sardar Patel Vidyalaya in New Delhi. I'm a student of Bhagat Singh College in New Delhi, in Delhi University. And I think been very lucky because since my childhood, from both the sides, from a school as well as from my home, I've been motivated, been appreciated for all my activities in school, college, and at home.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. So you mentioned it began in school as well. So how did your love for film, TV, and media start?
Well, I got into theater in my school itself, and I've done some of the finest plays with some of the finest directors of the nation. Luckily, the drama teacher at my school, they were a nationally renowned theater artist, and that's how I got entangled with theater. So by the time I finished my college, I became almost a professional theater artist. And one time I was the highest paid actor on stage in Delhi. And then, the next step always from theater is to cinema. And there was no cinema in New Delhi. So I got affiliated to the Doordarshan, which is the national broadcasters from New Delhi, started getting my jobs a little bit here and there, some programs, some fiction from Delhi Television Center, the National Doordarshan National Broadcasters. And that was not enough, actually, because there used to be only one channel in India. So if you have performed once, then they used to ask you to come back only after 6 months. So you can imagine the huge gap, which motivated me to think little more, little extra, little out of the way. And then I went to Mumbai and I tried my luck as an actor. And luckily, I signed 3 feature films as an actor. But fortunately or unfortunately, those films could not be completed for one or other reason. And then I decided that I'm spending too much time for too little work in Mumbai. And I came back to New Delhi and thought of starting a film city in North India. And that was actually quite a big project for a person of my level, standard, or a caliber. But then I was quite adamant. I had a very strong determination, and I had a very strong conviction that if I will start working for it, I'm sure I will be able to do something, or maybe able to convince my government to start something like this. To my good luck, I prepared a project, submit to the government, and trust me, God has been so kind. The project of Noida Film City got its clearance. I submit this project in December 1986. December 1987, the project was cleared by the UP government, and in 1988, allotments were made. And suddenly, from nowhere to somewhere, people started calling me founder of Noida Film City.
That's so many achievements, and here's to many more. And then so now let's talk about your world records. Could you please tell us more about them?
Oh, that's pretty good. You have to have a patience, my dear. Let's start with the first one. When I say Noida Film City, this is my baby. It's a 100-acre complex, 75 acres outdoor, 25 acres indoor. In 25 acres, we are 16 studios. And out of the 16 studios, 350 channels are being broadcast to 162 countries, 24/7. And around about 17,000 media professionals, they're working in this film city in 3 shifts of 8 hours each. The cascading effect today is that around about 1 lakh, say 100,000, 150,000 people, they're earning their bread because of this film city. And I'm so thankful to Almighty for giving me this kind of an opportunity to work for my nation. I'm lucky that I started my own studio. Out of the 16 studios, I have one of my own. And Marwah Studio is now luckily a brand. And out of Marwah Studios, I have churned out around about 4,500 television programs for more than 50 channels. I've been associated with more than 100 feature films, 5,000 training films, and my production company has, that's another one. But then I must say that Marwah Studios has been actually a maternity hospital for most of the channels in India. All the major channels, the first private channels, ZTV, Mahua, Pragya, ETV, ITV, BTV, Star News, NDTV, they're all born from Marwah Studios. And all together, I must say that this is a one world record. No one has been able to do so much for films and television under one roof. And I'm so thankful to Almighty for giving me a wonderful opportunity to do so much for my media and entertainment industry. When I jump to the second record is that I'm the president of a film school for now 30 years, 28 years. And in all these 28 years, we have churned out around about 19,000 students hailing from all the 28 states, 9 union territories of India, and 145 countries of the world. We have created now almost 75 different courses from 3 months to 3 years, from certificate to degree. And I'm happy to say that no one, as far as film and television training is concerned, has been able to create so much for film, television, and media training. My third record comes in that I'm a producer of largest number of short films in the world. I made around about 3,000 short films, and I've been able to provide opportunity to more than 10,000 media professionals hailing from more than 100 countries of the world to actually make these films. So probably this is another very interesting record. My next record is that I have been conducting large number of festivals. I've designed around about 12 different festivals in India: Global Film Festival, Global Festival of Journalism, Global Literary Festival, Global Fashion Week, International Festival of Cell Phone Cinema, International Sufi Festival, AAFT Festival of Short Digital Films, ASMS Festival of Short Films, and so on. And out of all this, all of them are doing very well. All of them have created one or other international record, but the world record is of a AAFT Festival of Short Films, where we have conducted 109 episodes of this festival in last 28 years. So this is the only festival which has touched 109 edition. Only festival which happens 4 times a year. It is the only festival which has given opportunity to more than 2,500 directors from more than 100 countries of the world to actually showcase their debut film. No festival on earth is going or supporting this kind of to the young filmmakers, young directors. So that has fortunately has become another very interesting record. My next record is, I hope you're not getting bored. The next record is during Commonwealth Games, when I tried to amalgamate cinema, or let's say film, television, and media and sports together. We started covering Commonwealth Games Queen's Baton relay right from Wagah border to Nehru Stadium, and we worked almost or walked 20,000 kilometers, covered 300 events, 900 cities, clicked 10,000 pictures, made 1,000 hour of film, 102 radio programs, 102 short films in 102 days. The opening film of Commonwealth Games was also made by Marwah Studios. 900 people were asked to run with a baton around the country, and luckily I was also one of them. And all together, I must say that no film, television, media, art, culture, fashion, television station has done so much of work in 102 days. All the 102 short films were broadcasted every day through Commonwealth Games platform to 200 countries of the world for 102 days. And that made Marwah Studios an international brand. So likewise, this is how we've been working. And another very interesting record is that I have been nominated by 58 governments of the world as their culture representative in India. So I'm happy with all that, what I'm doing. And trust me, I have neither worked for awards, I have neither worked for rewards. I have worked because I love films, television, and media.
And there's another one. It's the Guinness World Records, the Indian Skills Development Council. Can you please tell us more about that?
No, see, this is we try to merge in two very important segments: one skill development and one women's empowerment. And we have tried. We wanted to make a scarf made of carusia. And when I looked into the Guinness book, I realized that the record is of 1 kilometer of a scarf, and we thought we should be able to achieve much bigger than this. So we brought in 400 ladies from 8 different countries and started working on the scarf. And when we actually measured that scarf, people were amazed that it was almost 14 kilometers in length. And we never only created a record. What we did is we converted back the whole 14 kilometers into 1 meter each scarf and donated all those scarves to Cancer organization, where they actually sold all those scarves and collected huge sum of money for the patients.
We're just amazed by all the things that you do, your world records. And so we'd like to know, how does a working day of Dr. Sandeep Marwah look like? Could you please give us a picture of the different tasks that you do in a day?
See, I've only learned, my father has taught me that there are 24 hours in a day, and what you need is only 8 hours for rest and for your day-to-day affairs. And probably, let's say, another 2 hours for to and fro and for rest of the things. You still have 14 hours to work. And even if you, and the best way, I mean, the way I work, I divide these 10 working hours into 10 different works and give 1 hour to every work. And that makes almost 10 major things in a day. So I'm happy that when I come back home, I know that I have finished 10 major jobs today. It can include of the appointments, the meetings, the formation of new programs, the working on existing programs. It can also cover the being a chief guest or a guest of honor in one of the programs during a day. It also includes my chatting and talking to my faculty members. It also includes probably talking 1 hour to my students of the university and so on.
How do you balance it though? Because you must be a family man as well, and then you have so many tasks. So how do you prioritize things? How do you do everything?
Well, that's a good question. But then trust me, what I do is when I'm back home, I'm absolutely for my kids, I'm absolutely for my wife and for my family. And I try to give a very dedicated time to my family, which is also very, very important. I'm happy my both sons are again in media and entertainment industry. So it's very convenient and easy for me to deal with them. And for them also, they understand my habits and my passion and my way of working. But then the best part is that when I am out, like only this morning, I've come back from France and my tour to Switzerland, and my wife, she was accompanying me. So 50% it was a family affair, and 50% it was a business.
And you've mentioned you just arrived from Switzerland and Paris. So how has it been for you? You've also been attending events there as well, haven't you?
Fantastic it was. I think I was a guest of honor for one very impressive and a powerful program of celebration of 75 years of India's independence in Zurich, and I attended that. Then I was also invited by the ambassador of India to Switzerland for a meeting, which I also attended then and there. I spent around 4 days in Paris, and that was an absolutely pleasure, I must say. I was still working because I'm in a fashion and design business. I'm running another institution. I'm also running a hospitality and tourism institution. So that helped me. My visit to Paris, I studied, I researched the positions, the things after pandemic in Paris. As Paris, you know, is the real capital of fashion. It is also the one of the most attractive cities in the world.
That's definitely true, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. So what gets you excited about life? What keeps you motivated?
See, what I have learned is that it's very important to share right from your knowledge, your wealth, your properties, your whatever you possess. You must have that kind of a guts, position, and rather an attitude and aptitude to divide with the people. And probably that's the reason that I got into education, when I realized that I've spent so many years in learning films, television, media, art, culture. I must divide, and I got into education 28 years back. And I must say that I'm very lucky that I've been able to train more than 19,000 people so far from my institution, and I probably must have interacted with more than 30,000 people as far as education is concerned. I've been very lucky because 30 years back, I gave one word to English dictionary called film tourism. And that time, nobody knew what film tourism is all about. But today, I'm very happy that every country is talking about film tourism. And when it comes to my involvement, I have been able to attract around about 3 million people to Noida Film City in last 30 years. And I have fulfilled my duty of promoting film tourism in India. So see, you have to be passionate about your work. You should love your work. You should be supporting, compassionate. You should be helpful, because at the end of the day, you have come to this earth with nothing in your hand, and you will be walking away with nothing in your hand. So that means whatever you have earned is a part and parcel of your life circle, which you have to leave here. So why not to divide to the right people, to the right audience, to the right to the needy people, which will give you immense satisfaction.
We're getting inspired by the things that you're telling us right now. So we'd like to ask about inspiration. Could we just ask, how do you get your inspiration, and who inspires you? That kind of thing.
Luckily, see, I have seen my father who had to jump from one part of the country to the other part in 1947, and they left everything possible. Now in Pakistan, they had to start from scratch, from zero. When he came to this part of the country, India, he had only 200 rupees to start with. And we have been hearing these kind of stories from our childhood. And we have seen our father working very hard, honestly working day in, day out to actually serve the family, and not only to his own family, but even to the extended family. So he has been working, what we've been seeing, to actually see to it that the extended family also gets all those benefits facilities what we've been getting during our childhood, and then later when we were in school and college. So that has taught us ample lesson in life, that when you earn, you must share. When you make something, you must share. I mean, even if he had nothing much to share, he was still sharing with his family, because for him, his own family was even the first family. So, and then the best part is that we have also learned that the world is all together, is a one family. We all are in every country possible, are somewhere or other related to each other, because at the end of the day, our ancestors are the same people. They must have migrated to different countries. They are, I mean, if you look at it, humanity, we have learned, is the best religion. And what is humanity? Humanity is to serve people, to the living beings. And if you can realize this earlier, the better person you're going to be.
Thank you for sharing with us the values of sharing and about humanity. So you're doing so many tasks, you're into so many things. How do you seek out opportunities?
Well, the best part is that it takes time. Definitely, it takes time to raise the level of your circle, the kind of a people you meet, and slowly and gradually, when you grow, you have to start finding the right people at the right time, which is also very important. And obviously, the blessings of Almighty is, there's nothing bigger than that. So it's very important that if you're working 8 or 10 hours a day, you have to be very, very specific, focused. You have to be to the point, and you have to and in spite of finding something from somewhere, it is better to tell that this much I can offer. So that makes things much faster. Because, I mean, like, for example, if someone is with me, rather than looking back into his bag, what he's carrying, I said, this is what I carry with me. And if you think you can take any opportunity from me, I'm ready to start something with you. So probably that makes things a little faster. And opportunities, they come much faster.
Dr. Sandeep Marwah. So many people would like to pursue creative fields, but they're afraid because there might not be much money in it. So it takes guts to pursue creative fields. What would you like to say to those who are hesitant in pursuing creative fields?
But I think, let me correct you here. This is an old statement, probably 30, 40 years back. And this is what I heard when I actually got into this kind of a business. My father made me conscious, okay, my son, please take care, because you might fulfill your desires and wishes in this business, but probably you may not be able to make money. But then I had to prove to my father first, and then to myself, and to then rest to the world. I mean, the only thing is that if you're serious about your business, if you are passionate, if you're punctual, if you're regular, if you're sincere, if you're dedicated, you're bound to make money. I mean, that's immaterial. People, when they try to get into any creative arts, they also look for an excuse that this is a very laid back attitude business, and you can take things very easy, and then you don't have to be punctual or regular. And then they lose the game. If you are, I mean, if you take it as a business, as a full-time profession, trust me, this business is going to give you ample money. Need not to say again and again, but it's assured that today films, television, media, and entertainment business is the 6th biggest industry in India, and there are about 10 million people who are working in this industry, and this industry is supporting another 10 million people every day, including people from hospitality and tourism, engineering, electricals, people from hospitality, and people from interior designing. I mean, any other industry. This industry is rather supporting so many people, and people should take this wrong notion from the mind that there is no money in this industry. There is ample money. Can't you make out that one of the most richest peoples are no other than the actors, the performers, the anchor person, the television presenters. They're big people.
Let's talk about creativity now. What are your tips to unleash a person's creativity? Would you like to share some tips with us?
Sorry, I couldn't get the question.
Oh, it's just about unleashing a person's creativity, like how to be more creative.
Yeah. See, it all depends what art you are possessing yourself. Because see, when you use creativity, the word creativity is emerged from a word called creation. That means God has been kind to you and he has showered little more powers than an ordinary man on you. That means you can sing well, you can be a theater artist, you can be a musician, you can be an instrumentalist, you can be an actor, you can be a filmmaker, you can be a painter. I mean, and there are hundreds of arts. You can opt one where you are inclined to. That's very important. Don't get into any force. But I think it's very important, one, that you should know, you should incline to that kind of art. Second very important thing is that you must get into education and learning, training, very important, because you may be knowing art to its initial level. To make it a little more professional, to make it more competitive, you must get into the right education of that particular segment, train yourself, and then jump into the industry. Trust me, there's ample business for everyone. When I started a film school, you'll be surprised. People ask the same question. Do you think we're going to get a job? Do you think we're going to can make money? And I'm talking 28 years back. And today, last week, I have opened my 111th batch of trainees. Trust me. So, and people who have passed out from 110th batch, they've already managed to get into the industry this way or that way. So there is enough requirement for a trained and a serious person. People who want to take films, television, media, art, and culture as a hobby, they still remain into that segment. You have to take it as a profession. And profession means being professional. That means your attitude must be perfect towards your art, and you're bound to make money.
Thank you. Dr. Sandeep Marwah, why should people make films? What is the importance of making films?
Well, let me tell you, films, number one, films is the biggest passion on earth. It's the biggest passion on earth. Only those people who have a passion to make a cinema, they only get into this kind of a business because it is not meant for anyone else. Second very important thing, why people make cinema, because there's a big money in cinema. People take making of films, film production, as a one very big and interesting business. No business can give you that kind of a money the way cinema can give you. One film in 1 week covers millions of rupees. Probably that kind of a sale, that kind of a coverage, or that kind of a collection, you may not be able to get by selling soaps or oils or food stuff, whatever you are in. So there are times when people only get into this business to make money. And the third category is mix and match, 1 + 2. You're passionate and you want to make money. So there are three major reasons why people make cinema.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. So you also have a world record for making short films. What are your tips in making a short film?
Well, if you look back into the history of cinema, every big filmmaker, they have started their career by making a small film. And it's very important actually to learn how to make a short film. If you've learned how to express yourself in shortest period of time, you can definitely express yourself in a larger time. No doubt, the feature films definition has also changed from 3 hours to 2.5 hours to 2 hours, and now 90 minutes. If you're making 90 minutes film, it's a full length, it's called full length feature film. But short films are from 5 minutes to 55 minutes. They are in the category of short film. And yes, number one, you learn the ways and means to actually produce and direct a film. Very important when you're actually making a short film. Second, making a short film means it is within the means of yours. That means the money which you're going to spend for a film is not a big money. From just few dollars or to few $100s, you can actually make one wonderful short film and actually win the heart of the people. And when you make films, you learn the tricks of the trade. When you make short films, you know how to take the films, how to use the equipment, how to get into the shot taking, camera, editing, post-production, graphics, animation, all those things. You also learn how to actually work with the team, which is one of the most important factor in cinema, which many people don't realize. The whole filmmaking is actually synchronizing yourself with the rest of the people who are working with you. I mean, probably even for a short film, you might have 5, 7, 8, 10 people working for you. So everyone is from a different culture, probably from a different religion, different background, different education status, different status, and they all come together for one single passion to make one film. And that is a time when you learn how to compromise, how to respect each other's culture, how to respect each other's feeling, how to respect each other's thinking process. And that makes you a perfect human being. Making cinema itself is a very big humanitarian exercise.
Dr. Sandeep Marwah, could you tell us more about Asian Academy of Film and Television, AAFT?
Oh, yes, Viva. This is my baby. I can talk for many years altogether. I've lived with AAFT. 1993, we started this organization. We were the first private film school of the country. We were 4th in the nation, and trust me, no looking back. We started with 4 courses, 40 students, and today I'm very happy that AAFT has become the first film university of this country. Now it's called AAFT, University of Media and Arts. We have almost now 5,000 students in different segments in different colleges of the university, and we are putting our best to see to it that every student who is a part and parcel of this university must do well in life. And I'm very lucky that this institution has given largest number of celebrities to this country, and most of the students are working in this industry in their chosen field. AFT has created a wonderful niche for itself. It's already been rated as the first and best film schools of the world. Students are very happy. They are very excited. And probably this is the only film school in the world where spirituality is a part of the education. And that makes my students not only a good professional, but also a good human being.
We also have a short video about AAFT, so let's watch this. That's a great intro about AAFT. So Dr. Sandeep Marwah, this year you have celebrated the 30th year of Marwah Studios. Could you please tell us more about Marwah Studios?
Well, Marwah Studios is the first professional film studio of North India. We started functioning in 1991. In 1988, allotments were made. It took me almost 3 years to build up the infrastructure that time. And from 1991 till now, I'm happy that Marwah Studio has created a wonderful niche for itself. Being a president of the whole setup, Marwah Studio has large number of segments. Education is one under AAFT. Then we have International Film and Television Club, International Film and Television Research Center, International Public Broadcasting Forum, International Women's Film Forum, International Children's Film Forum. Then we have International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry, and so on. Altogether, probably there are 100 different kind of organizations which are part and parcel of Marwah Studios. And I am the can say that the security officer of all these organizations. I see to it that every organization should do well. We've gone into film television research. We've gone into organizing 12 different kind of festivals around the year. We are in publishing. We are in so many different activities which are directly connected to Marwah Studios, including we have 2 radio stations, Radio Noida and Radio Raipur. We have MSTV, or online television station. Probably we have our own audio studio, video studio, film studio, production company, and so on.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. So I'm just reading through the comments of our virtual audience. Rashid Image is saying good. Happy saying amazing, so inspiring. Win is saying nice to know an admirable man from India. Rashid Image is saying good information. Rashid Tongigra is asking, what are your advice for people who wish to change career to cinema from a totally different background?
Doesn't matter at all, anytime. See, this is one business I've been actually explaining to parents, because generally this kind of a question comes from also people from the other industry who are well established into their profession or in business, but somewhere down the line at any given stage they must have thought of entering into this industry, but for one or other reason they could not actually manage to get into this industry. They still have an urge to come back to this industry. And trust me, I am there for those kind of people. I can assure you this is one industry where your past experience never fails, never get wasted. Whatever you are. There was a doctor who came and joined one of my courses, short-term courses. Whether I suggested him that you're a doctor, you don't have a time for 3 years or a 2 years program. You can get into 3 months short-term course, learn how to make films, and then come back to me. He says, but I'm worried because I've been making money as a doctor and what I'll do. I say, you have a now passion for cinema. Amalgamate these two professions. And I'm so happy after finishing his course, today he is making medical films. He's making probably 4 times of what he was actually making as a doctor, a professional doctor in hospital. So he has fulfilled his desire of becoming a filmmaker, and his last profession never got wasted. I had engineers coming into me, and I suggest them to get into something which is more technical as a cameraman, as editor, or as a director. And trust me, they turn out to be one of the finest editors, because that means that creative urge, which must have holded them, or let's say commercial reason holded them not to get into the creative side. That notion I try to clear very fast. And now all these engineers who have tried to learn a short-term course in editing or a camera or animation or a new media, they are doing pretty well. I mean, they probably they must be working in some company. Today they're running their own editing studios, they're running their own labs, running their own businesses, and doing 10 times better than what they used to earn as a professional engineer. So there's no looking back, that much I can tell you. If you have decided, or if you feel like entering into this creative art, trust me, get into it, and God is going to help you, because God helps those who help themselves.
It's very interesting and very inspiring too. Dr. Sandeep Marwah, what would you want the world to know about Indian film and cinema?
Oh, a lot too. Trust me. India is the largest film producing country in the world. We make something like 2,000 films in a year in 28 different languages. Around about 10 million people are working in this industry, and 10 million people we are supporting from other industries. We have something like 10,000 theaters in this country, and 15 million people watch cinema every day. In theaters, I'm talking about. The best part is that we sell, I'm talking about pre-pandemic, we sell something like 5 billion cinema tickets every year. Mind you, Hollywood sells 3.5 billion. We sell 5 billion tickets every year. We are slightly bigger there also. And I think media and entertainment as such is a huge industry. It's the sixth biggest industry in the country. We have, if I talk about the other parts of media and entertainment industry, then it's very interesting to know that we have 950 channels in this country, 325 radio stations. We have something like 40,000 newspapers, including everything. And when it comes to the new media, that means internet, we have more than now 1.2 billion mobile phones. Out of 1.2 billion mobile phones, 50% telephones, mobile phones are smartphones. That means you can entertain yourself with those phones. There is a camera there, there is a video there is a screening facility in that, and rest of the things. You can download best of the apps in those telephone mobile phones. So this is how the whole Indian media and entertainment industry is working. Cinema is supporting all the rest of the segments of media, because television itself, though very popular in India, still needs ample filmy programs to survive one way or other way. Radio station, they speak about cinema every day. New media, all the new programs and the different activities of the film industries, they are being shown on new media or on mobile in hundreds of ways possible, through different hundred of apps and hundred of whether it's a WhatsApp or a YouTube or a Facebook, you can see Indian cinema even on those different apps and programs. So it's a huge industry. There's a very old proverb that Indians, everyone has got two mothers. One, our own mother, biological mother, and the second mother is cinema. So in India, everyone loves cinema.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. So everyone loves cinema. You've mentioned this one briefly earlier, but can you tell us more about film tourism and your contribution to Noida City?
Oh, yes. Well, see, it's a fact. When I actually designed Noida Film City, people almost declared me a madman. They thought I'm a crazy film buff, and probably out of excitement or a little anxiety, I'm trying to speak these words. But nobody knew that I'm so adamant, I'm so specific about it. I had a very strong conviction about it, and I had a very strong determination. Though I faced a lot of criticism, a lot of ups and downs, but I was adamant that this film city must come here in this part of the country. It was the fourth film city. There were only 3 film cities earlier in India, and this was the 4th film city. So I'm happy that I could, or been able to establish something like this, and government did sanction this film city officially, a 100-acre project. Then those days, I was trying to bring in people one by one, asking them to please sit in my car and I'll take you to this new film city which we have created in Noida. Have a look, at least look at the studios, how they work. because in North India, there was not a culture of a filmmaking, mind you. People were not aware of, neither were they were trained, and anyone and everyone who actually was keen in getting into cinema used to run to Bombay. So, so this film city has, number one, started making film, television, and media programs here in this part of the country. Second, it stopped many people from moving from North India to the rest of the countries for looking for a job in media and entertainment industry. Third, this film city started attracting people not only from India, from all over the world. And I'm happy that AAFT could bring in 20,000 people from 145 countries of the world for film education, and rest of the people, which I am claiming to be around more than 3 million people who have already come to Noida Film City for one or other reason, for work, for pleasure, for tourism, and they have made, trust me, Noida Film City now on the world map of cinema.
And you must be very grateful for all your contributions. So, Dr. Sandeep Marwah, November is the month of men's health awareness. How do you take care of your health and your mental health?
Well, it's very important. I think people should not forget that the 50% of the population on this earth is men. I mean, this time I'm not talking about women. I'm only talking about men. And men is always been taken or treated as an earning member of the family in most of the cases, especially in Asian countries or even in Western countries, all over the world, all the 200 countries. And so it's very important to take care of your health. Health is wealth. That's what I can say in the shortest form. Health is wealth. A healthy citizen means healthy nation. That's very important to understand. And you must spend at least 15 minutes on your taking care of your health, which should include some kind of a walk, some kind of a yoga exercises, some kind of a proper care of through your proper medicine, a medical checkup. This is very important. We get involved into day-to-day affairs so much that we actually forget to take care of our health. And at one good day, it really bothers you much more than what you can expect from your own self.
Thank you for that. Professor Dr. G.P. Doraisamy is saying it's a very inspiring presentation, and you rightfully said that humanity is the best religion on Mother Earth. So his question is, could you please explain how Bollywood film industry and its world-famous actors could compete and overtake Hollywood in the making and production of movies, short films, and interesting video records?
Oh, let me tell you, these are two different industries and both are growing in their own ways. I mean, you just cannot compare these two industries. The world is too big, even for these two industries. I can only say that India, being the largest film producing country, has its own ways, means, methods, procedures, and audience for their cinema. Indian films are emotional films. Indian films, they touch your heart. Indian films are full of dance, drama, music, and they're thorough entertainment, a real source of entertainment. And even today, I can say that Indian cinema is the cheapest source of entertainment in the country. Probably this is one of the reasons, because we have our own ready audience in India. 1.38 billion stays in India. We are 1/6 of the world. So we're not looking for audience even outside our country. We make films in 28 different languages. And trust me, every film has its own audience, own ways, means, and these films are the real ambassador of culture of India. And we're very happy when these films are shown abroad, when they're part of the competition, they're part of the festival, they bring in a lot of awards and rewards from outside India. They can be seen in theaters in the different parts of the world. I mean, to my good luck, wherever I have been out of India, I have been taken suddenly a very important man, not only because what I did, because I belong to Indian film industry. So Indian film industry has been very popular. People love Indian cinema. They love Indian songs. I was in Nigeria, Senegal, Ethiopia, South Africa, all Asian countries. I mean, I don't have to name all the 50 countries of Africa and 50 countries of Asia, and then Europe. Trust me, people, they love Indian cinema. They know the name of the stars. They know the name of the films. They can, even if they don't understand the meaning in Hindi, they still sing Hindi songs, which is amazing. I salute to all these people because of them, because of their motivation, the Indian film industry is also doing very well.
Thank you. Professor Dr. G.P. Doraisamy is wanting to collaborate with you. So he sent also his contact details. So I'll just forward them later on. And then there's a question here from Win. She wants to know, how did the pandemic affect the movie industry in India? When the cinemas are closed and the tapings on hold, how did it get affected?
Very sad state of affairs. As just said, cinema is the cheapest source of entertainment for Indians. And imagine 15 million people every day who used to watch cinema, 10,000 theaters, which has been closed down during almost 15 months, was a real sad state of affairs. And Indian film industry has lost in billions of dollars. But trust me, people of this industry are very enthusiastic, very excited. They're very motivated. And I know that all of us will recover these massive losses which we have occurred in last 15 months. It's a huge slap to the Indian film industry, but we can't help it. It's everyone had to bear this kind of a setback created by the nature, I must say that. But then, yes, our enthusiasm will definitely bring back all these losses, and we will definitely convert it into another new opportunity, because one of the new opportunity which has emerged is OTT platform. When you have, there used to be only 5 OTT channels in the country. Now there are 55 different channels. In all these 15 months, people have thought of creating a wonderful OTT channels, and large number of films and a new kind of entertainment programs now have started emerging, has started impressing the Indian and the foreign audience.
Dr. Sandeep Marwah, so yesterday was Thanksgiving Day. What are you most thankful for?
The most important thing is that it's very important to thank Almighty for giving us this wonderful life to serve the people of the world through any industry, through any work, through any ways and means. Very important. The second very important thing is that we should pay our gratitude to our parents, because we are here only because of them. I mean, they are the real living gods on this earth. Trust me. It's also a time to pay your gratitude to each and everyone who has helped you in any ways during your life, during your becoming something in life, and it's a time to change your attitude towards people. You have to be humble, compassionate. You have to be sober, down to earth. You have to be simple. I think even pandemic has taught us many new things. So this particular now after pandemic, this Thanksgiving Day should be the most powerful day of your life.
You've started your own awareness day. It's International Journalism Day. It's on the 12th of February. Could you tell us more about it?
Oh, well, I'm a representative of United Nations in India. And when I was going through the directory, I suddenly realized there is no day marked for people who are in the oldest profession on this earth, and that is called journalism. And that's the time when I thought of starting this day, 12th February, International Day of Journalism. And I'm very happy that in all these few years, it has been picked up very well by the journalistic organizations, India and abroad. And to mark respect to this day, we have also started one of the most powerful event in India, and now probably one of the first of its kind in the world, on 12, 13, and 14 of February as the Global Festival of Journalism. 12th being an International Journalism Day, 13th as an International Radio Day, World Radio Day, and 14th as Valentine's Day. So all these 3 days together, we now celebrate Global Festival of Journalism. Journalism is a beautiful profession. It is a profession to keep you alive. And I'm happy that I'm also running one of the biggest school in journalism. It's called AAFT School of Mass Communication and Journalism, which is doing pretty well. And then we have our own radio station, a newspaper, a television station, and it is helping me not only to explore the world, but it is also helping me in giving the wonderful opportunities to my own students to work in journalism at home.
So it's also on its 10th year. So next year is 11th year. It's a global festival of journalism from the 12th to 14th of February. We're going to watch out for that one as well. So World Humanitarian Drive also has its own awareness day. And then you also celebrated that with us. So a World Moral Day initiative. It's to emphasize the significant need to practice morality in the minds of every individual in this world. So WHD is making a petition for the UN to declare 2nd of September as World Moral Day, as it's the end day of World War II. In your opinion, how important is this initiative to have World Moral Day in these times? Why is it important to have morals in today's world?
Oh, definitely. I think, first of all, let me extend my heartiest thanks to you for celebrating Moral Day and reminding people that you need something more than what you are today. See, the increase in your requirements, falling in income, rising in your demands, the discoveries and inventions, all that have actually made all of us a very greedy person. And we have become very self-centered. And all that has led to loss of a humanity. We forget many good moral things which probably were learned in school and colleges earlier. And now the minute you get into profession or a business, you start losing those qualities slowly and gradually, and you become from a man to animal. Trust me. Moral values, they are the principles of social living. Very important to understand that. If your morals are high, you will be able to live on this earth comfortably with your people you know and you don't know altogether. Very important. And your character is measured with the moral activities and the morality what you involved with. You are nothing without your morals. Trust me, you are just an animal, because what we do, the same animals are doing. Where is the difference? The difference is the morals, what we have created or our ancestors have taught us or created for us. Very important. And it's very nice that we all are celebrating now the World Moral Day. And it reminds you that you have to be in your senses. You have to be a good human being. You have to be part of the society, and you have to respect the feeling of other people.
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. We always ask this question to our guests. So for our final question, we would like to know, what is your inspiring message to the world?
Well, let me recite two very important lines for me. कि सभी दिशाओं से शुभ सुंदर भाव विचार भरे नित अंतर पुण्य धरा बन जाए स्वर्ग ये मेरे यत्नों से करुणा कर. Whether it is north, south, east or west, whether you're in India or abroad, whether you're on the top of the hill or you're standing at a seashore, whether you are in a lush green garden and looking at some colorful flowers, or maybe looking at the most beautiful woman on earth. But the fact is, there are two things which are much more beautiful than what you can see with your naked eyes. And these two things are your thinking and your feelings. And the best part is that both the things are right within you. On this very auspicious day, let's pray, hey Lord, give me good thinking, give me good feelings so that I can do good deeds. And through my good karmas, I would love to convert this earth into heaven. That's what I believe. I'm sure you will also believe in the same.
Thank you so much for honoring us with your presence, words of wisdom, and inspiring the world with your story. So in honor of international recognition for your virtue in persistently serving and inspiring humanity with your noble deeds, World Humanitarian Drive would like to award you Dr. Sandeep Marwah with Inspiring Humanitarian Award. And congratulations.
Wow. Thank you very much for this beautiful award. Thank you very much for this excellent interview. And Viva, trust me, you've been excellent. Excellent. Lovely.
Thank you so much for all your humanitarian works, and here's to more. So congratulations. We would like to share a quotation by our guest, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. And here's the quote. Does it show? Could you read it, Dr. Sandeep?
Not now.
Oh, not now. Okay. All right. I wonder how well, thank you so much for honoring us with your presence. And okay, so I think I'm just going to be reading your quotation. So this is your quotation, Dr. Sandeep Marwah. Never bother about what people say. It's not easy to be successful. You have to put a lot into it in every step. At every step, you will find difficulties. Be ready to face all hindrances. Be hardworking, honest to your work, have goals in life, have zest and energy to reach your goals. To be an achiever in life, you need to have a very strong determination. Say, yes, I can do it. Give it your 100%. And that's an inspiring quote by Dr. Sandeep Marwah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Eva.
Thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed.
Once again. Thank you.
Thank you. So we hope that this discussion today with Dr. Sandeep Marwah motivated you to forge your own path, share your gifts with the world, and make your own films. Here on Inspiring Millions Show, we present you with brilliant people from around the world. So feel free to connect with them on social media, and together, let's make a difference in the world. If today's discussion inspired you, please like it, share it, send us a comment. Do share with us your takeaways from today. Follow us in our social media accounts. Click subscribe on our YouTube channel, WHD Media. Visit our WHD website, www.whd.org.uk for more inspiring events. Everyone stay safe and healthy. These are times we should strengthen our bodies, minds, emotions, and our faith. Please remember to have compassion, be kind to yourself, others, and our planet. To our frontliners, we salute you. We thank you for your hard work, sacrifices, and dedication to humanity. WHD would like to greet all those celebrating their birthdays and those celebrating their special milestones this week. Happy celebrations. Happy wedding anniversary to our regular viewers, Happy Andrada and Tonggi Gra of H&T Gallery. To everyone, have a wonderful weekend. On behalf of WHD team, especially those working behind the scenes, WHD Chairman Dr. Abdul Basit Saeed, WHD Director of Global Operations Ms. Sarah Wilson, WHD's 12 Honorable Secretary Generals, we thank you, our virtual audience from around the world, for joining us and supporting our show. This has been World Humanitarian Drive's Inspiring Million Show. I'm Vivandrada O'Flynn. Please join us again next Friday. We will have a discussion with Dato Seri Leslie Lee of Malaysia as we inspire the world here on Inspiring Million Show.